on the weekends? I know some people do. That's their time to catch up on extra hours, things like that. Then we got that extra hour sleep. Those of you that work out in the clubs, things like that, you had extra hours work. People think that's the magic hour. Uh, Anybody who's worked in any place that runs nightclubs, things like that, for some reason people think they have to get as much consumable adult beverages as possible in that hour. Haven't quite figured that out. Any other time, it's not that way, but that extra hour, they seem to need to do that. And so whatever floats people's boats. So I sent out some text and messages. Check your emails, okay? Some of you I know do not read your emails. That's on you. You're responsible, okay? Adjusting the camera there. Um, I can't make you do anything in this class, but just know your success in this class is on you. Yeah, I know some people like to blame this, blame that, blame whatever. Nope, it's you. You control it. You control your success, just like you control your success in your career. Now, some people make it a habit, make it a lifetime time goal of all the reasons why they don't succeed. Give you a hint, all the people around you, they're not being fooled. If you're making this your mode of reasons why you don't get anywhere, stop it. Okay? I told you I'll be blunt, I'll step on toes and things like that. Just stop it. Okay? The lies don't even fool yourself anymore. You are responsible. You control your destiny, and you're going to control it in the interview. You control it on your resume because that resume is your achievements. Okay. That's why I tell you be very specific. Okay. Now, every one of your careers, you need to be in control. Just like Miss Janet Jackson says, in control. All right, you need to be in control. You need to read and follow directions specifically. Okay? You can't be close. This isn't horseshoes. This isn't hand grenades. You have to be exact. Okay? That means reading these instructions. Okay, Travis, you're on hold for some reason up there. I'm not sure what you did there, but I see that you're on hold. You need to be exact, okay? That means you need to be reading those instructions, okay? Because you're going to have to follow instructions just like that on the job. People are not going to baby you. They're not going to sit there and read things to you. You're going to have to follow them. Okay. And I see some people that are not following the instructions or partially reading them. Okay. Follow them. First week, I kind of let it slide a little bit. Second week, if you're not following those instructions, bam. Okay. Everybody got that? Read and follow instructions. Okay. Give you a case in point.
Right,
If
right.
you're back, Travis. All right. Okay.
Yeah,
So
yeah, I got booted. I'm driving down the highway. I got booted off. What did I miss? Following just do the assignments, right? That's it.
yeah. Watch those directions. Okay. So like in week one, some people did more than they needed to in the informational interview. They actually did the interview when all I needed was the name. Okay. So, what I told you, if you read, because I told you go back to those uh, grades, I put comments on there. So, this week is when you do the actual interview. So, I told you make sure you go back to this week's first week's assignment, copy what you put in there, and paste it into this week's. Okay, because you did too much. So this is why I tell you, watch what the directions say because you're going to end up doing too much work. Okay, so I want you to only have to do what you need to do, but this is where it becomes imperative. If you're a welder and you are off by a little bit at the bottom of a building, by the time that building gets up 200 stories, it's off by a foot. You can't have the Leaning Tower of Pisa. It doesn't work. That's why that building out in San Francisco is possibly on the verge of collapsing because it was close versus exact. You can't be killing patients because what you did was close but wasn't exact. You can't be burning down somebody's house with electricity because you were close, not exact. So get in the habit of reading exactly what needs to go on. Can I get that commitment from people? You're going to actually read what needs to be done. I need 100% here because if you're not going to read the instructions, I'm going to tell you right now, I'm going to grade you 100%. And if you're not following those instructions, you're going to get nailed. And I'm not going to feel guilty about it because it's on you. Got it? Okay, Randy, I'm seeing no response from you. Are you there, Randy? I'm watching you. There you go. All right, I told you I can watch y'all. Okay, the reason being is I'm not trying to be harsh. I want you to have the best. Because let me tell you what happens in reality. Okay, I have supervised a lot of people, a lot of teams. And if I give you a project and I want you to work on things, and I give you a 2 week window to work on something, and I go by and I'm in the shop and I see you and your mouth's moving a lot more than any other part of your body, and I come by and I ask where you are on the project and you're not moving along, I'm going to yank you from that project and I'm going to put somebody else on there. And you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to say, you know what? Why don't you go on home? And you know what? Your schedule, I'm going to put you on 4 hours at the beginning of a 2 week schedule, and I'm going to put you on 4 hours on the last day of that 2 week schedule. You're going to get 8 hours in 2 weeks. And I'm going to do this until you quit. I'm not going to fire you. I'm going to do it until you quit. Do you people see where I'm going with this? And there's a reason why I'm going to do this. Because if you quit in the state of Florida, you can't draw unemployment. You see why? And if you try to draw unemployment after you quit my job, I'm going to fight you for it. And you're going to lose. Employers aren't your friends. It's a contract. And when you get out there and you have time to work on projects and that, they're going to check you along the way and they're going to check for accuracy and then you're going to check for this. So in this class, you'll notice things are spaced out. Have you noticed you got things to do every day? How many people have noticed that? You got things to do every day in this class. Everybody notice that? That's to keep you working, keep you moving, keep you going. There's a reason for this. Notice there's a rhythm to this. This is to start you getting time management. How many people have bad time management? No matter how much time, you're going to do it on the very last day. A lot of people do this. This is to set you up for time management. Now, let me tell you what else I do. I give my people a week to do a project, say. They get it done in 3 days. And what I do? I send them home. They get the rest of that time paid time off. You see, they did quality work in a shorter amount of time. The rest of the time, they met their deadline. They met it ahead of time. And you know what? The companies I work for, when projects come in ahead of time and they're done to specifications, there's bonuses. And that team gets a bonus. Do you see why you want to work ahead? How many people know who Mark Cuban is? Ever heard of Shark Tank? He's one of the sharks on Shark Tank. Used to own the Mavericks. Anybody hear of this guy? He's a billionaire. He says if you want to impress and move up more than anybody, beat your deadlines. If something's due on Friday, get it done on Wednesday, etc. Beat your deadlines. Do it with quality. Always be above expectations. That's how you're going to get ahead. How many people are good planners? Any planners out there? No planners? Couple of planners? All right. I want you to start working on time management because we finished week 1 and some people didn't finish week 1. Y'all got emails. Ones that didn't finish week 1, y'all got emails. You need to look at it. There's some assignments you can't get to that even with extensions, you won't be able to get to them. Those of you that didn't finish, you got emails. Check your emails. Okay? You need to look at those. We're going to move on like we do, like business does, and we're going to get to getting those of you that went through everything. Excellent. Those of you that got your resume appointments set up, keep them. Okay? You need those. That resume is going to rock. All right. Any questions before we move forward? Any questions before we move forward? No, no? All right. I've lost my mouse here again. I don't know why my mouse likes to give up the ghost here. Actually, I think my mouse just died on me. Hold on. I thought I saw it go by there. When you're working with multiple screens, sometimes it will jump onto one display or the other. Okay, let me get a cable here real quick. Hold on. Luckily, I do keep these handy just in case. Sometimes rechargeable mice aren't always the best things in the world. I thought I had it recharged though. Sorry for the slight delay here. Get this thing plugged in. But yeah, it does look like the mouse died on me. Okay, let's see if plugging this thing in helps. One of those plugs that you try it one way, it doesn't work. You try it the other way, it doesn't work. Go back to the first one, and then it works again. All right, so we are ready to roll here. Let's do some screen sharing. Here we go. All right, sorry about that delay there. Okay, so we are in week 2, and of course, it is midterm week. So, how many people freak out when they hear that it's midterm week? They don't like midterms. All right, anybody? All right, everybody likes it. Okay, there we go. Some people are on it. Yeah, midterms are not my favorite. So, we modified midterms for y'all 2 months ago. So you guys are getting the benefits of the midterm. Midterm's not near as big as it used to be. It was massive. I hated it for y'all. It was not my favorite. We have multiple instructors that teach this same course. Uh, how we teach it is a little bit different, but it's the same subject. If for any reason you are unfortunate to not make a 65% or higher in this course, yes, you get to retake it. Even if this is your last class, guess what? You get to retake it again if you don't do a 65% or more. Yeah, you get to come back. The difference is you wouldn't have it with me. You could possibly have it with Dr. Reynolds or somebody else. If anybody's had Dr. Reynolds, you will know there is a big difference between the way her and I work. Okay. I know everybody's going to do incredible. You're going to do everything you can because this is about you and your success, and you want to be successful. You walked through that door at Southern Tech and you said, I want to be a success. That was the purpose of you coming to Southern Tech. You knew you wanted to change, and that's why you came here. So this is what we're going to do. One of the first things I want to do is I want to go back to that home page there real quick. And right here, because everything opens on Monday, that includes the midterm. But if you start that midterm, you need to finish it, and you only get one chance in it. You can't go in there and take a look around to try to get the questions. For one thing, the questions are randomized, so you wouldn't get the same ones anyway. But if you go in there and back out, that's your shot at it. But right here under that big red help button, there is a midterm study guide. You can download it with that little arrow there, or you can open this up and you can take a look. Every answer you need for it is in here. And I've had some students say, oh, no, this wasn't in. Yeah, it is. It's all in here. You just didn't look for it. Okay. It is all in here. Okay. These are the chapters and it's all broken out. It is all here. If you want it, you got it. Okay. So, week 2, here we go. So we start off with what we call an elevator pitch. Has anybody ever heard of an elevator pitch? Anybody out there that's heard of this? These are critical, okay? So this is something that we all hear about. How many hate that question? Tell me a little bit about yourself. You go into that interview and they go, tell me about yourself. How many hate that question? So I want you to pay attention to this assignment because this answers that question. Or why should I hire you? This answers that question. You do this assignment correctly one time and you have that answer for everything. Okay? How many people heard that? You will have this answer for everything. It gets rid of that issue forever. Everybody hear that? It gets rid of that issue. You will ace this interview. Everybody got that? Pay attention to this. All right. When they ask you that, they don't want to know where you've been, who you know, blah, 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 all about your family, what your aunt does. That's not what they want. They want to know how it relates to work. Okay, so this is the concept of an elevator pitch. You and the person that you're interviewing with step into an elevator. That elevator's moving up in the building, and you have 30 seconds to a minute. Okay, very short time, 30 seconds to a minute. Those doors are going to open and that person's going to get out of that elevator. In that time, you have to convince them that they want more information about you or they want to consider hiring you. That's it. Now think about that in the concept of an interview. Within 30 seconds to a minute, that is what truly determines if you're going to be considered for them to get more information or if they're going to hire you. How many people knew that? That's how quick that decision is ultimately made. Did anybody know this? That's how quick you can turn this around. You, I told you, you are in control. When you walk into that interview, if it's not going the way you like it, you say, I am so sorry. I don't think that this position is right for me. You in the interview. Did you hear that? You in the interview. You ask questions of them. So tell me, how is this corporation growing? And where do you see me after I've been here 5 years? Did you see how I did that? How many people saw that? I just asked the interviewer where they see me in 5 years in their company. Now, why did I do that? I just told them not only are they going to hire me, I want to know how they're going to move me up. Do you see what you're doing when you tell them that? You're subliminally telling them, not only are you going to hire me, I want to know my growth. When you're in the interview, you're also going to do things like, I see your company has multiple branches. Which one would I be working at? And would I have to work at other locations? I want to work at the one that is going to be the most profitable and has most potential for me. Which one will I be working at? Did you see that? I know you have multiple locations. Which one will I be working at? Again, I'm telling you, you are going to hire me. Now I want to know where I'm going to be working. You might think that these are stupid Jedi mind tricks, but it's not. You are actually telling them what to do. You need to control the interview. You got the interview for a reason, right? Everybody agrees that they brought you in because they want you. They saw something on that application. There's something they want. How many people have ever dated? Anybody out there ever dated?
Never now.
Yeah? Yeah. Okay.
No.
So the thing is, if there's something that you want, you have to figure out how to get it. And one of the things is you have to tell that other person, this is how I'm going to get it.
Sounds sexual.
It's not. This is how you're going to get it. I'm going to give this to you. You're going to give this to me. I'm going to give you an incredible employer or employee. I'm giving you these skills. You're going to give me a great position and you're going to give me these benefits. And we're going to talk about that. So here you have 30 seconds to a minute. So you have to narrow yourself down. Okay? Don't go, I'm a great electrician. That does not tell me anything. Okay? I'm an electrician that can do commercial and consumer electronics. I got my degree at blah, blah, blah. You have to be specific. I have great people skills. What does that mean? I can do conflict management. That's specific. So we write out our elevator pitch. Okay? So there's a bad example to watch and a good example. And what you're going to do is you need to write your elevator pitch, describe it, and you're going to do it. So if you click here, it tells you how you can record your elevator pitch. It's going to pop up here in a minute. And how many people are camera shy out there? Be honest. You don't like to see your own self recorded. Anybody out there? You don't have to do an actual recording. You can write it out. You can record this on your phone. This is taking forever to pull up. Let me try it again. Sometimes if I go to pull it up again, it'll pull up. But you can record it on your phone and we can upload the file. Here we go. Okay, so instead of going to the text box like normal, there is a little symbol for media. And you say record. And it'll show your mic and your webcam there. And you say start recording. And then once you record it, then you say save. And it will show it right here. And you can type in anything extra that you want and say submit assignment. So that's if you want to use your webcam. Okay. If you want to do anything else, click start assignment and you can type out your elevator pitch, or you can do file upload and you can upload it from your phone if you have it on your phone and you've recorded it there or any other means. So you can do it either way. for those of you that don't want to do a video. If you just want to do an audio, you can do that as well. But remember, 30 seconds to a minute. So if you type that out, you read it, and it should take you 30 seconds to a minute. And you want to tell them about yourself in a career-oriented way. Okay? Everybody got that. Once you have this, how many people have that section at the top of their resume? It says, currently seeking a position in blah, blah, blah. How many people have that at the top of their resume? Anybody have that up there? Nobody has anything like that? Okay, usually people have that. So I'll check that when those resumes come in, I'll see. This can go up there. This can replace that section there because you don't want to say currently seeking employment in this field. That is old school. We don't do that. The other thing is LinkedIn, that about section at the top of LinkedIn. This goes there. When you meet people and you're networking, how many people are networking? One person, two people, three people. There we go. When you meet people and you're networking, this is where it comes into play. This is critical. This is one of the bigger assignments as far as in being able to do this. Don't blow this off, people, okay? Went through these assignments and some of them, people just aren't flat doing it, okay? I can't make you make yourself successful. This is something that you really need to be able to get a handle on, all right? Okay, so we're just gonna move along. And that's the assignment for today. I was going to go over some of the other assignments, give y'all a heads up. I'm not getting a lot of reaction from people today, so no, I'm not going to do it. I can't put more effort in than the effort I'm getting back from people. So the other assignments are open. Y'all can go through them. The midterms open, available too. We'll try back on those tomorrow. Okay, so we're going to go on into the lecture for today. And I have a couple of different questions depending on how things go in the lecture. One's much easier than the other one, and I'll decide in the lecture as to which one we'll be doing today. All right? So here we go. Again, assignments are assignments, and the effort you put into them is reflective on you. I can't do more than you guys do. I know it's Monday. I know it's difficult for people, but it's difficult for everybody. So learning outcomes, we're going to talk about a personal brand statement, and that personal commercial. These will be on the midterm. So your personal brand, there was a reason why I had all those brands up there. Okay, how many people know Nike, McDonald's, Ford, all these things? How many people see all these brands every day? Because you are your brand. When you see your name, when you see Travis, when you see uh, everybody's name, you instantly know a little bit about them just by seeing their name. You know their aptitudes, you know their skills, their ability. How many people know various students that you would either want to work with them or not want to work with them? How many people know just by hearing their names without ever having to do anything, you don't want to work with them professionally? They don't have the skills. Exactly. So this happens. How many people know that some companies are in direct competition with each other? How many people know that? Ford versus Chevy versus this versus that. How many people know companies are in direct competition with each other? How many people also know that those companies don't want the other company to go away? They need that competition because they can't handle everything alone. And you will find that a lot of the people that work at company A at the top are best friends with the people at company B. So you leave company A, you go to get hired at company B, and company B goes, didn't this person used to work for you? And your personal brand, your reputation gets there before you do. How many people are aware of that? You think your careers are huge, but your reputation's going to get there first. So your aptitudes, your skills, your abilities, your personalities, and your values, your efforts. What do you think that's saying about you? It's all started now. It starts in school. It starts as it gets out there because the people that you see in classes now, that's your competition. What happens when they go to work and then you go to try to get hired where some of these people are? What happens when your reputation hits there? How many people have thought about that? Your school reputation is going to hit your business reputation. Think about that. So your brand has a lot of factors. It's your clarity, it's your authenticity, it's your consistency. Okay? How many people go, oh, well, you can't buy that brand. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad. How many people seen this? The quality's not consistent. You never know if it's going to be good. Okay, how many people aren't putting out good quality right now? Sometimes your work's good, sometimes it's bad. What's that saying about your personal brand? Is your brand good or is it tarnished? Are you tarnishing your own brand? Because that's what's hitting as you head out. How good is your brand? How consistent? How relevant? How do you differentiate from yourself? Well, my brand's better because why? Okay, branding builds your reputation that's desired, and that's what gets you success. You know, certain people, they are top of their game. And when you hear their name, oh, yeah, I want to be on their team. I want to work with them because they are good. They're going to build me up. I'm going to learn from them. That's what you want. Okay. So we have what we call a brand statement. Okay. Some of them are, catchphrases like everybody runs on Duncan, Nike, just do it. Those are, business ones that are catchy that make you think. But we have personal brand statements that what we offer that tells us about us. And it's a slogan for us. They're not catchy jingles, but it tells us what we will contribute. Okay. So we have to come up with our own brand statement. Because remember, we are a business, and how we conduct ourselves, that tells the world how good we are. How many people think that we are a good business? That you think you're a good business? You, you think you're a good business? If you don't think you're a good business, you need to reevaluate yourself and you need to change something. So we need to talk about yourself. This class is about you. So you need to talk about yourself. You need to define yourself. You need to list your skills. Remember, skills are money. So if you lump all yourself into, I have good this, good that, you get paid once. You break it apart into each individual skill, you get paid 4 or 5 times. How many people want to get paid 1 time? Now, how many people want to get paid 5 times? How would you like to get 5 times your salary? Then learn to do this. Do you hear what I am saying? It sounds harsh, but I want success for you. How many people want to be successful?
I want to be successful.
It takes work. People see celebrities and then they go, oh, they had it so easy. Well, do you see the times they slept in their van and they spent the 40 hours? They ate tomato soup made from ketchup packets, put in water and heated up on a coffee burner? No, they see the pretty side. They don't see the horrible side. You have to work at being successful. Your careers, you're going to start off with a good running pace. You're going to start off at a good point. But then if you don't work at it, you're going to stay in that spot. How many people know who, oh, I've been in this position for 25 years? How many people know those folks? And they brag about it. I would be ashamed. I've been in the same position for 25 years. Really? Why didn't you have ambition? Why didn't you move up? Why didn't you learn new skills? How come every time even though I started in the same position as you, every time I want to learn something, you tell me I shouldn't? I don't want to be you. There's nothing wrong with you being you, but don't make me you. You see that? You can have ambition. If you want to stay in the same, that's good too. Okay? If that's for you, that's good too. But it's okay to have ambition. So break those hard and soft skills up. Show the world what you got. Okay? Now we're going to create some descriptive phrases and why you're better. Remember that little thing where I said, what sets you above the others? Remember I asked you that? I told you there's a reason why I have you do things. You need to know why you're better than everybody else. And then we're going to create one sentence here, okay? And then why do we have you do this brand statement? Because it goes on your resume, your cover letter, your social media accounts. It is the one sentence that describes you. So these are some statements. A creative problem solver who can combine math skills, science expertise to help develop sustainable energy.
Sir,
Okay. One sentence. Okay. A production manager who implements soft
can you hear
skills.
me?
Yes.
Can you repeat the question?
What, the daily question?
Yes. Yeah.
We haven't done it yet.
Okay.
Yeah, that won't be till the end. Yeah. A production manager who implements soft skills to continually promote client-based customer-directed deliverables. Okay, so these are real complicated ones because of what they've chosen. So somebody who's an electrician, a client-based electrician that finds the needs of the client and ensures accurate problem solving, blah, blah, blah. So you develop it based on you, okay? Um, a vet assistant that takes time to assess the needs of the client and the animal while providing necessary care and safety precautions. So you make a brand statement based on your skills and describing you. Does everyone see how you make one sentence to describe you? What you have. Now, this can go at the top of your resume. This can go at the top of LinkedIn. This can go on business cards. This one sentence describes you. And this is important. Now, that personal commercial, that is that elevator pitch. That is your foot in the door when you are out there networking. This is your icebreaker. This is that I don't know what to say when I meet people. Write that down, memorize that so that it becomes natural to say. And that is your icebreaker. That solves your problem on how to talk to people, especially if you're shy and you don't know what to say. It also solves that tell me a little bit about yourself. There's a reason why we have you do the assignments that we have you do. They have practical meaning. Everybody goes, I don't know why I'm learning this. I'll never use it. You will use this every interview. Okay. Now, the average person, average, and it's getting more because you younger people, younger than me, you will do this more often. But right now, 70% of people who are working are actively looking for their next job. So that means that resume is that more important because you're going to be updating that resume. You're going to be doing those interviews. And out of everybody that's looking, you're going to have between 5 and 9 major career changes. This process is going to become a lot of it. So how do you do that elevator pitch? You're going to look at your brand statement that you write. You're going to think about yourself. You're going to think about your soft and hard skills. And now you want to know what you're going to be desiring from this person. So do you want a job from them? Is that what you're looking for? Or do you want information from them? So once you describe yourself, say, I'm interested in any open positions that you may have. You tell them, I'm interested in any open positions you may have. This is something that you can ask directly when you're networking with people. And if they say, I don't know of any, say, I thank you for your time, and you move on. Do you see that? You can't get what you want from them, so you move on. Or you can say, well, if you hear of anything, let me know, and you go on. You don't stay in the conversation, you go on. You are looking for positions. Or I'm looking to get more education or some extra training on this type of procedure or this type of skill, blah, blah, blah. Do you know anybody who could show me how to do this? This is how you can get education, training, a mentor. Do you see how to get the information you want when networking? How many see that? Okay, this is legit. You really ask people, okay? This goes when you're meeting with the welding association, the electrical um, groups, uh, people who are in the vet systems. Volunteer, go to places and volunteer. I will never hire any vet assistants, any vet techs, anybody who has not volunteered at a shelter, a rescue, etc. If you walk in and you have never volunteered anywhere where there's animal care, I will never hire you. Period. Across the board. Okay? That usually also goes for anybody who's a manager at a VCA, that's Veterinary Centers of America, or Banfield. Usually they want some of that volunteer somewhere. Okay? This is a way to network. Okay? Talk to people. I know it's hard, especially if you're shy and you don't know what to say, but you've got that brand statement. We've given you that in. That's why you do that one. Okay? So personal commercials, this is an example of what you do. Okay, so the person on the left, their brand statement was a marketing professional who's dedicated to creating jaw-dropping promotion. Okay, it's not 100% relatable to us, but then she blows it up. I'm Susan Rakowski, an assistant marketing product manager with a degree in marketing communications from Baylor University. I'm located in Greater Houston area and looking for a career in an advertising agency. My skills include, okay, so she went from telling you, I'm a marketing professional who can do this. That was her brand statement. So you knew what she was. Then she tells you who she is, what she has, where she's located, she wants a job, and these are her skills. That's her commercial. That commercial will last 30 seconds. All in all, does everybody see how she took the brand statement and blew it into the commercial? So you take your brand statement and you just expand it. It's about you. You don't create a jingle. You don't create something cutesy. That's not going to get it. Be realistic. That's what they want. Okay? Now, rehearse. It says practice in front of a mirror. Okay, you can do that. Use your phone. Look into your phone, record that so that you can see what you look and sound like. I know people don't necessarily like that, but this way you can see it. Play it back. See how you look and sound. Does it sound natural? If not, do it again. Watch out for slang, street talk, things like that. Keep it on a business level. And that 30 to 60 seconds, okay? Nobody wants a mini series. Or do it in front of friends and family, ones that really want to promote you, and keep doing it until it sounds good. Okay? Can I get a commitment? Y'all will do this because I really want y'all to do well. But I got to get the commitment from y'all. If you're not doing this, I mean, come on. Most of y'all are within graduation and you're going to get out there. And if you're not doing these, you're not going to have the success you can. I'm not saying you won't be successful, but you can make it so much easier. And it sounds like a lot of work, but really, you do the commercial one time and you get to use it over and over and over again. And that's much better than sitting there in each interview and sweating it out, trying to come up with an answer every time. And if you blow it, the person who's prepared, they take your job. Okay? Now, we talked about brand statement and effort and attitudes and aptitudes. So we also do self-checks. Remember I told you all you have to do self-checks, self-evaluations? See where you are, check yourself. So today, check yourself. Go in and I want you to check your current grade. For attendance, I want you to put what your current grade is. So you need to go in and check it. I need to know what your current grade is. If you are missing assignments, why? Why didn't you do them? I want you to evaluate your why. If you are not missing assignments, what keeps your motivation? What is setting you above? What is driving you? That's a great thing. So you have two questions to answer. One, what is your current grade? And either one of these. If you're missing assignments, why? What kept you from them? I know life happens, so why? What was it that kept you from being where you wanted to be? If you didn't miss any, that's incredible. What is your motivation? All right? And that's where we are today. And tomorrow uh, is, of course, the big election. It's a big event. So I'll try to keep the lecture short. I want to make sure everybody has a right to do and time to do their civic duties. And that is something that's very important. I'll try to keep everything as short as possible because I want everybody to exercise their rights, whatever they are and however they choose. So please keep that in mind and make sure you get your daily done early. And I'll take a look at assignments and see how we go about that because I want to make sure that I don't interfere with anybody's rights there. All right, because I am like I said, very respectful of everything that y'all do, and I appreciate everything y'all do. But please think about where you are, where you want to be, and what it's going to take to get there. All right? And we will see you tomorrow at 10 a.m.
Excuse me, sir. What's the assignment today?
I just literally went over it. You will watch the recording and see it. Okay? Thank you.
All right. Have a good one.